Okay, let's see. Hey, this is Mr. Gary Tate. Listen, boy, I know I've spoken on the book Live Now, Continue the Fight, PTSD, and TBI, right? Um, what I wanted to touch on was I've spoken about. Let me start on page 16, just sake of reference, okay? It's in my book, of course, chapter 1, titled LZ White. It says, the night before we're going to set out to another area, I had been sitting outside on the left side of the bunker, gazing out towards the tree line, while one of the guys was shelling the area with his rocket grenade gun, just, I guess, floating around. I really don't know. This weapon had a 6-inch barrel that shoots rounds that fell and explode. It really seemed difficult to aim as it depended on what angle you held it. He had no idea that was disturbing a battalion of Viet Cong setting up, I believe, though I'm not really sure now, that they were going to attempt to take over our landing zone after this happened. Well, it is just another night in Vietnam. There's no street lights or sea sounds, just a still warm air with a clear sky above. I could really have enjoyed it except for the ever-present threat of the Viet Cong on the offensive, of which I was very soon to encounter again, this being the second time. Laying on the left side of the bunker, I noticed more intently to right in front of me, about 300 to 400 yards, something approaching my bunker, seemingly at a low speed. What I didn't know this was at night. I should probably index that. It was fairly dark. It was not sunny at all. I'm only saying that because you will have to, as I described it, see why. To me, it appeared to look like a torpedo. You ever watch war movies and see a little torpedo that the ship, like a submarine sends? That was the best I could describe it. And it was hot close, just above to the ground. It was slowly striving to reach its final destination, which I didn't write was I believe our bunker that I was in. Really, at first, I thought I was imagining things. Rubbed my eyes, shook my head, because then I was realized it was still slowly but surely approaching a direct hit on the bunker. I got outside and told the guys, hey, listen, we better get in, because this is what I saw. And as soon as we got in, let's just say it happened. Yeah, there was a great, I don't know whether it hit the bunker. If when I was inside, I'm telling you, I thought it did because my ears rang, my body shook. It was like felt like, let's put it this way, a direct hit on the bunker. Well, and here I am at night looking at this thing. Now there's a gear you can call Night Star. What it does is it takes any light and you can see things a lot more clear. I didn't have that on me, okay? I just had me looking out at night just looking out, and I'm going to say it. God had to show me this coming my way, because there's no way I should have seen this. No way at all, except by His grace and mercy to say, you better move. I didn't write this in the book, but that's okay. Anyway, the next day, we got up. The Vietcong did try to overrun our landing zone. It was all night battle. There's several of our soldiers and a lot of theirs that were killed that day. I got up the next morning to assess the damage and found actually there were about 300 to 400 Vietcong between my bunker and the tree line, which is only a couple hundred feet in distance. Well, that's how they do it. If you ever heard of a wave attack, like the Japanese, that's how they attacked. Just man after man. You could be shooting your weapon, you swore you weren't hitting anybody. It was just that there was a guy right behind that person you were shooting at. Anyway, Uh, I really would talk about adrenaline. As I see these, I'm shooting my weapon. I'm thinking I'm aiming correctly, as I said. But we made it through. I made it through. And a lot of us made it through that night. Thank God. The helicopters overhead were raining bull. I mean, they're called tracers. You can see them at night. I don't know how that works. I'm not that, but I know as the gun is shooting, these bulls are illuminated, and you can see them falling. And it looked like it was actually raining bullets. Yes, I'm thinking. Thank God I'm on this side. Anyway, next morning we got out. I went to help some of the wounded get on the helicopters, and actually, when I got out there, I got between 2 or 3 RPGs. I don't know how many. I know just by the virtue of my injuries, which is my left knee, front left knee, my rear of my left buttocks from one side to the other was cut across. My throat, right side of my throat, piece, well, more than one. There's a piece that was lodged in my C4 now, and a piece very close to my jugular vein. And then I got oh yeah, piece over in my chest, left side, front left chest. Um, anyway, as I was standing there, as best as I can remember, I just kind of fell on my knees. Probably I didn't realize when it hit in my buttocks, I bled like a lot of my blood. They had to replace, but probably most of the blood I had, they had to put back in me later. Uh, but as I was on my knees, I lifted my head up. I saw this angel of death stand on my right hand side. And I've said he looked. I was raised Roman Catholic. I'm just saying this as a reference point. He looked like a monk. I didn't see any head, feet, toes, hands, just a hooded, let's call it, being standing there. He wasn't moving. He was just standing there. Oh, and by the way, here I am on the landing zone previous, sun, war, the whole enchilada. When I raised my head up to see him, now here, I'm just telling it, I was on some form of earth because the only thing I saw was me, him, this fog on what appeared to be earth, and some, if I remember right, trees. But it's been 49 years. But the guy, the I call it the visitor, welcome visitor, was quite large. And I said I had a hood cloth. And actually, what I was trying to say is there was no sun or, there was light where I was. It wasn't dark, but there was no sun overhead. I was not in Vietnam on a base anymore, is my point. Where on earth I was, well, I'm just going to say, I really think God translated me to another dimension of earth, so, all right, I should have died, medically speaking. But I believe he had to stop all eternity and the laws of this earth. So I could say, and what I said was, God, when I saw the angel of death, God, I want to go to hell. Please. I knew there was a God. I knew there was a hell. I believed in those things. I didn't know exactly a lot about. I just knew hell wasn't where I really wanted to go. And honestly, I really didn't know God as well as, you know. I believed in him. I knew of him. Unfortunately, I really didn't develop a relationship with him, a personal one. Let's just say it that way. Anyway, I said, God, let me. I promised to do better. Well, it's been, I said, 40. Let's say I'm married 47 years, so 48, 49 years. 19, what is this? This is 18, so it's, yeah. That was 1969. Yeah. Wow, hot dog. But anyway, here it is. I still think about that. And I was thinking about that, and God showed me, I've been dwelling on the concept of, dimensions of heaven, all right? And that there was, Adam and Eve were on the earth. They were kicked out of earth. They couldn't return. So it seems like that part of earth was closed off. so him or anyone else couldn't come back. So thank you very much, and I'm running out of time. So GaryTape4 at gmail.com. Appreciate you listening. I'll go on later.